We begin. So I'm going to pop in a Junimo first, and then we're going to go with the witch's dress afterwards. I might even put a little hat on it, and we'll go. So when you're looking at a little guy like this, took 5 months to get it? Jeez. What the heck? When I'm looking at an apple, there's a very clear thing that apples do that you got to keep in mind. So you need a UV sphere. And all we want to do is grab this guy, edit the bottom of him with a smooth, like that. I'm going to grab the whole thing. I'm going to squish it forward just a little bit. No, we're fine. Let's make it round. And then we're going to want to sharp the top of it. I'm going to grab the whole thing and subdivide it one time. Excuse me. I had Moe's today, a little bit of Tex-Mex, and it was the most delicious thing in the world, and my body is like, you shouldn't have done that. So we're going to pop it down like that. That looks good. I'm going to make one of those cutesy little stems for it with just a little leaf on top, but it should be pretty easy from here. I have maybe the worst idea in the world. I think I have maybe the worst idea in the world. Bear with me. Bear with me for just a moment. I'm doing this for Joe. Joe, this is all for you. Share with the class. I'm going to share it without using my words. So we're going to call this Junie. It's so crazy that it just might work. It's not a matter of whether it works or not. It's a matter of whether it freaks us all out. It's going to be a little scary looking. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a cylinder of 44. We're going to make them big. We're going to bring it down to like a body size. You know what? I might just sculpt it into a body size. Let's do it that way. Okay, now let's edit it. First off, we want to shrink the head down a little bit. Let's do like this. Shrink that down just a little bit. Grab the top of you, shrink that down just a little bit. Okay, that's not half bad looking. Now I'm going to extrude that up, shrink it up. And we're going to extrude and rotate on X. Like that. What am I making? What is this? My blender just crashed and won't start. This is what I get for bashing Maya. Oh no. That's very unfortunate, honestly. Blender just kind of be crashing sometimes. Although, that being said, Maya do be crashing. Maya definitely is not the most secure program in the world. Yeah, every program crashes, that's for sure. Okay, so now we got ourselves a little bit of a hood. I'm going to grab the whole thing. We're going to round them out just a little bit right there. This should be all right. This looks kind of good. We're going to need a little bit of love for this thing to work, but this should be all right. Let's turn off our proportion. Extrude in just a little bit. And then we're going to grab this whole thing and scale it out just a little bit. And bevel. No, actually, I don't want to bevel. We're going to use the subsurface to make this really nice. So if I go ahead and pop on a subsurface with a 2, grab the bottom of this and make sure that we got a skirt going. Yeah, I'm making the robe first. This is where I think I might have made a crucial mistake, but we'll get there. Sure, that'll do. And we're going to want to pop a little inset into here. Like that. Shade it smooth. And that is a little weird, but definitely not bad looking. I'm going to sculpt the shape a little bit better once we get into the sculpt mode. But are you ready for curse? Let's do the curse. Here's my cursed image. It looks... oh, no. I know what I'm doing. Oh, it's gonna be perfect. Oh, it's gonna be so perfect. I got it. We have to do this. Oh, she's gonna be so funny. Oh, it's so good. I love it. All right. I'm freaking out. Let me fix the robe first. I'm thinking about too many things at once right now. Oh, whew. I just made myself faint thinking about this thing. Let's go ahead and first off, I'm gonna cut him in half. I should have done that right at the beginning. We're gonna cut you right down the middle. It looks like a decent ice cream scoop. I mean, I think that's like what it is, right? At the end of the day, everything is just a couple of simple shapes. We want a mirror modifier. Look at it, she's perfect. Oh, she's perfect looking. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop up on the head just a little bit right there. And we're gonna grab a few of you. Extrude you all out. Virus protection. Wow, you didn't find any threats since the last time you scanned? Thank you. I'll keep that in mind. Okay, so let's go ahead and pop all of these guys out. This is probably not the way I want to do this, but I think it'll be interesting. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab these guys, and we're going to loop cut a circle out of them. Nice and clean. We're going to grab all of this. Just like that. You guys as well. And we're going to go ahead and round them out just a little bit. You know what? I like the armpit being really strong in there. So instead, I'll do it manually. We'll just go real simple on this thing. Just like that. And like this. And let's pop up that back on. That's gonna need some love right there. Let's make this guy get right up in that armpit. Let's make these guys really tight. Okay, creased. That didn't help at all. If I do this one instead... Nope. Sure. I have a childhood memory that I just remembered involving a computer virus and you. Oh God. What? Alright, let's hear it. What's this weird memory of me and a computer virus? looks all right. Remember when you used to come over and play The Sims 2? Vaguely. I played The Sims 2 a lot on my sister's computer as well, so it's kind of hard for me to separate those two memories. But I can vaguely remember doing that. Okay, so we're gonna just keep it real nice and clean in here. Just making sure our topology looks all right. Again, I only have 30 minutes to do this, so if you end up having more time to do this, you'll take your time and do this correctly. But I don't have time, so we're gonna do it right there. That's gonna be that. And we will pop this up, and we'll dissolve this face and make it really sharp. Actually, oh, it's gonna work when I sculpt it. Yeah, I'm gonna sculpt this anyway. It's gonna look fine. This is gonna look great. This is gonna look so good. Okay, we're good. So let's make ourselves a little cone. I'm actually gonna make a cylinder instead of a cone, and the cylinder only needs to be like 24. Let's scale this guy way down. I got 20 minutes. I'm feeling pretty good. I know I'm gonna freak out at the end, but I'm feeling pretty good about our time so far. Also, this song is just doing me wonders. This is a lovely one. Okay, so we'll pop that up, and now we're gonna remove the Junie, and we're going to merge all of these guys at center. We're gonna pop the Junie back in. And we've made ourselves a little stem. If you're feeling extra crazy, and you know we're always feeling a little crazy, we'll pop a little bit of a subsurface on there. Look how great that looks. I can inset a little face in here. Just like that. Look at that. That's a perfect stem. That looks so good. I'll put a little leaf on the end of it. I know it's supposed to be like that with a leaf, but I couldn't resist making like a real stem. Looks good. Actually, I want to auto-normal it. Using like a 60 maybe. It didn't really help. We were downloading a lot of mods, and we were clicking around and downloaded something from a sketchy site looking for something particular. Then my dad spent the rest of the evening fixing it. You know, I vaguely do remember that. That does sound very familiar. I don't get the appeal of simulator games, doing digital labor for no gain. I think... Oh, whoops. I think when you start thinking about games in general, every game kind of falls into that trap eventually. So it's hard to, like, picture a game where you're not doing some kind of chore for quote-unquote no reason. I mean, I love, like, Animal Crossing. I love stuff like that. So it's hard for me to kind of... I can't agree, is what I'm saying. But I do get where you're coming from. Okay, so we gotta go quick. I'm definitely running out of time very fast. Let's do an icosphere of 4. Pop it up. Make you small. Realistically, I only have to do a few more things and I'm done. Also, let's get the scale of this perfect. We want the eyes real low into both sides, just like this. And I'm gonna go ahead and pop you on a mirror, and the mirror is gonna be based off of Junie. And we're gonna go ahead and shrink that down real quick. Turn you around just a little bit. Hey, look at him. Simulator games really make you the one in charge when the game ends, if ever. The best part of Sims was tormenting them and making them have crazy relationships, honestly. We're going to call this eyes. I would not call killing armies with a giant mech a chore. I mean, I'm going to be the one to say it. It is technically a chore in the game world. Like, it is the job of your quote-unquote character. And whether they enjoy it or not is a different conversation. But, like, I think pretty much everything you do in a game is basically a chore. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And now we're going to take both of these guys and rotate them. Look at that. Look at that. I'm getting real Toneberry vibes from this. What is Tonberry? Okay, let's go ahead and add a Bezier. And now we just got to rotate it into position. So I'm going to give it a 90 degree, a negative 90 degree, and then I'm going to fine tune it to what we want. Like that. Final Fantasy. Is Toneberry the chef? Toneberry, is that the chef? Okay, so we want to grab this geometry, depth of 0.1, less than that, 0.05, and we want to fill the caps. And now we want to pop a mirror on it. It has a knife and you have to kill it before it reaches you or else it insta-kills you. Yeah, it's the chef, right? It's like a green lizard-looking guy. Okay, so we're good there. I'm gonna delete that Junie. These are gonna be called arms. Arms? There we go. These are gonna be called legs. Legs gonna come up to here, and we're gonna mirror it across the Junie again. I'm not sure if it's a chef. It's just a little green lizard in a robe. There are chefs in Final Fantasy, and I'm pretty sure they're the same species. I get that there's a separation between the ones that actually cook and don't cook, but I think it's the same species. There we go. So this was my unexpected cursed little thing that I was thinking about. 0.05. Okay, now we want 0.1. Look how amazing this looks. Look how good this looks. He's just sitting in a cup. Oh, he's perfect. Okay, before I do anything, I have to do the texturing. We are officially done with this image. Oh, he is so good. I'm already in love with him. You know how I started a sketch the other week when I made the FNAF, the Five Nights at Freddy's guy. And I was like, this is going to be one of the worst things I've ever made. I'm starting to feel this is one of the best things I've ever made. This is so good. 0.05. When I see simulator, I mean a game that replicates an IRL task situation. I get that. I think I used to feel pretty much the same way that you do right now. I think I just sort of got to a point when I was playing games where I just... You know, I'm not going to get too grandiose about this. Instead, what I'm going to say is, for me, I care about a game that values my time. And a lot of sim games definitely don't value your time. And I can totally get that. I can totally agree with that. For me, it's a matter of, like, how quick can I get to the fun stuff? And if it's quick, we're golden. I ain't that worried about anything. High roughness, sheen tint. Dare I say, this looks good. If the simulation is the fun stuff, then straight away. Yes, that's what I'm saying. If I play a sim game that has me flipping burgers, but flipping the burgers is the most fun like action I've ever done in a game, we're good. That being said, there is a rule of thumb in game design that I've been following with my sort of practice game design stuff. The thing that you do most often in a game needs to be the most fun thing in the game. Like, if you're running, if the goal of the game is to get from point A to point B, right? Sonic, anything like that. It needs to be super fun. It needs to be super fun to run. And a lot of games, I think, fail that. Yeah, flying planes in Microsoft Flight Sim. Yeah, exactly. If the movement in the game is fun, or like whatever the default action is, that's a game. Okay, I'm feeling pretty strong. Dare I say I'm feeling pretty strong here. Do I have to do all this little speckly stuff? Probably not, but I'm doing it. He's got freckles. Okay? His name is Knuckles, and he doesn't chuckles. And that's all you need to know. Alright, we got that. Now we need the stem. I think I'm not going to put a leaf on it. I don't think I have enough time to do the leaf. But I will go ahead and take a... I'll take a little extra bit here, and we'll go ahead and color the leaf a little bit more interestingly. I'm going to do exactly the same thing that I just said uncomfortable person does well, that they don't do what I'm about to do. So I'm going to do it anyway, because I'm terrible and I don't follow my own advice. We're going to go ahead and put a wave texture on here. And we're going to go ahead and distort it. In fact, I think I want it on the... Yeah, diagonal is going to be the one. And we're going to put it on 20. And we're going to put the roughness pretty high. And that's good enough. Captain Knuckles. I love Captain Knuckles. Oh, Captain Knuckles is lovely. What color do we want this robe to be? I will require quick answers. Specular, probably pretty low if I had to guess. Subsurface is going to be just about the exact same color as the base color. You want brown? I don't know if I love brown. Green goes good with brown. Poop brown. Alright, you know what? You all are going to get like a nice coppery... You're going to get a copper color. Just like that. Now let me go ahead and we're going to actually do undertones of purple on this thing. So let me pop in a color from you to a purple. Like that. We're going to lean on the red side. It will take more than that to impress me. I love how random chat can be sometimes. I started 3D modeling on Twitch to get myself like motivated to 3D model, right? I wanted an excuse to take things a little bit more seriously, to pay attention, to have something to look forward to while I'm 3D modeling. And I gotta say, you guys are really interesting. It is never a drag to come here and 3D model, because something bizarre is always going to happen. I'm going to lower this even more. Gotta shoot off. You guys have fun. Hey, Greg, thanks for showing up. Appreciate everything you've been doing. It was a Knuckles quote. I just can't keep up. That's all it is. This looks pretty good. Okay, so for the subsurface, I'm going to drop this down to this color. right there. And we're gonna make it way darker, like that. And I can subsurface that to like 3. So that's how we're gonna get our nice wool effect. So I'm gonna do like a 0.5. Yeah, that's it. High roughness, low specular, clear coat. No. That's it. Okay, cool. So theoretically I'm done. But I'm gonna go ahead and take the time to actually finish this guy. So let's hide everything except for the robe. You know what? Actually, I'm going to leave it all on because I want to see what I'm working on. So let's grab the robe and let's apply all of our modifiers. Honestly, it's not as subdivided as I would like it to be. We'll do one more. Okay. So here's what we want to do. We want to round out on the X. Turning off my HUD was definitely one of the worst things I've ever done in Blender. So I want to round all of this out, make the arms a little bit less dramatic. And I'm going to crease under the arms once we get there. You know what? That sleeve can stay just like that. I'm actually going to punch into this guy just a little bit. We're going to punch deep into that sleeve. Oh gosh, don't do that. Freaked me the heck out. Okay. I don't know why there's a hole here in the middle. I don't remember putting a hole here, but I guess there's a hole there. Now, I want to twizzle the end of the hood. That's going to be asymmetrical, so let's do that last. First off, we're going to crease. Make some nice little creases right around the hood. Just like this. That should be all right. Now, if this were more real, I think the shoulder would join up on the part that's creasing, and that would look probably a little bit better. But I'm not good. So this is what you get. And we're just going to pop on up to there. Pop that part up to there. And I could spend a lot of time on these sleeves. Unfortunately, I think the sleeves are just going to be kind of bad looking. He looks a little bit like he's from Mars Attacks. So we're going to turn off our symmetry, and we're going to go ahead and grab a little bit of an elastic deform. And I'm going to just round out the end of this little guy right here. Just like that. Just a little bit of asymmetry just to kind of play with it. Okay, we'll keep it just like that, and then I'm going to add some cloth. In fact, what I should do first is apply scale. Okay. This is going to simulate real slow. Elastic is super handy at times. Yeah, I'm loving elastic. You know what? It's going to be a little bit more noticeable if we just do like this little bottom sector. So I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to round it out a little bit once we're done. All we're doing is we're just making some cloth. Right? We're just making this nice and believable. Look at it. It looks perfect. Do the same thing on the sleeves. It looks a little bit like a bridal gown more than like a robe, but I don't hate it. Okay, we're just ruffling this guy up a little bit. I have an optional step that I'm going to add at the end, but it will definitely take us over time, so it will not officially count towards the render, but it's just an idea for anybody who's making clothing. It's something I like to do. Oh, look how good this looks. That didn't look very good. Hold on, redo that part. Especially this end right here. We want to get that real nice and wrinkly. Just really trying to sell the idea that this has been worn. It's a little unrealistic in how it's bunching up here, but I don't have time to sit here and really, whoa, think about it. This one's nuts. This one's crazy. What the heck is going on? Sure, that'll do. Okay, so that is basically a robe. It's a little more wrinkly than I think it needs to be. It looks kind of like it's in the middle of an animation, which is not the desired effect. But it's close enough. It'll get the job done. Tone down the distortion at the top. Tell you what, I'm gonna just average it then. We're just gonna average out just a little bit of these guys. There we go. That looks a lot better. Just doing a little bit of averages. The bottom of it is perfect. There we go. That saved it quite a bit. This part, scrunched way up. You can go crazy on it. I'm going to leave it just like that for now. So I did this quickly. This was kind of just to prove that you can do robes. I don't know if Joe's watching this right now or if he's going to watch later. Either way, Joe, for your sake, you would make a better robe than I did, but roughly the same technique just to make a robe. And you would just pop a hand out of here and pop 2 legs out of here. And just don't make a body. Just don't make a body at all. Or if you have to connect it with an armature, you would just make like sticks going to the arms and legs. Just like, and they pop out. So that's how I would make it. So this is one of the first speed sketches that I finished on time. Who would have thunk it? I didn't record! I'm so dumb. I didn't hit record. It's not on YouTube. What a shame. I didn't record any of this. Oh well. This is for you guys. This is for you guys. I mean, this has always been for you guys, but this one is especially for you guys. Okay, so we got a little Junimo hanging out inside of a witch's robe. It's actually kind of gorgeous. So I'm gonna show you my little bit right at the end. Okay, this is my last little finishing touch. This is what I like to do. You're looking at this robe, right? I'm gonna turn the subsurface off for now. So we just got ourselves a nice little robe here. Here we go. Of course, the best speed sketch I've done in a long while, I don't record. Hey, it is what it is. Okay, let's pop on a texture coordinate. We're gonna go object. We're gonna go height to alpha. Is this your version of OnlyFans content? You know it. Honestly, you got it. This is for all the true homies out there. Okay, so we want a lot of white. You want very little of the initial color. And we're gonna up our scale to like 40. I'm gonna have to do some extra stuff to this. Hold on. Let's add a mix RGB. There we go, that works. That'll get the job done. Okay, and then I go detail extra super high and dimension down extra super low. And we can even go higher than that. We just play with factor until you get what you want. If you're feeling extra crazy, you can put in a noise and do like a division to get what you want. But I like to do this to make cuts in the clothing. So this is how I draw little holes in the clothing. It might not be ideal for what you're working on. You might be making something where this is like the worst idea ever. But if you need to make a shirt with holes, this is how you do it. You can use the object or not, depending on if you want it to be following the normals or not. I know it doesn't exactly follow the normals, but you know what I mean. So yeah. But for the sake of this one, we're going to turn this off. I am too dull to be creative right now. Hey, take a break. Let's go ahead and turn subdivision surface back on. And that's our guy. Look at him. Oh, I can download my VOD. I'm going to download my VOD and just edit it. No problem. We got it. We're good. So, to the best of my understanding, this should actually be on YouTube, despite my slight freak out. For anybody watching on YouTube, know that I worked extra hard to put this up there for you. So, you're welcome. So, that's the best speed sketch I've done in a hot minute. Feeling pretty comfortable with that. With that has been stream. I'm going to be back on Thursday. And on Thursday, I've already forgotten what I'm doing. Oh, we're doing the apothecary. Okay, Thursday is going to be very interactive. So anybody who wants me to make stuff, on Thursday, I'm going to be making a bunch of spices, medicines, kitchen products. So if there's anything you're looking for, Thursday's the day. I'm probably going to go a little late on Thursday, I imagine, but I have it set up for 2 to 5 right now, so we'll take it there. Otherwise, feel free to jump on the Discord if you're not. Feel free to give me a follow if you're not. And I'll see you on Thursday. Peace. Oh, and I'm going to put the render up on Discord too, so see you all on Discord. Bye!